just listened to this terrific podcast interview with Susana, an Alexander Technique teacher in London. Back in 1994, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And she went on a journey looking for help. Part of her journey included Alexander Technique lessons. She also went to psychotherapy. She also went to yoga and did some reflexology. And of everything she did, she found that Alexander Technique had the most help for her, had the biggest impact. And she has this great definition of the Alexander Technique. Imagine you're a machine. Any machine can be used badly or used well. Every time you do anything, you can do it with tension and an inefficient use of balance, or you can do it efficiently. And the Alexander Technique teaches you how to do things efficiently. And when you extrapolate from there, Robert Rickover makes a point, how we organize ourselves tends to carry over across a wide range of activities. So if you've got weird interfering tension patterns when you speak, it's going to show up when you're jogging or walking or chopping vegetables or getting in and out of a chair. So most multiple sclerosis sufferers will say that their attacks of MS tend to be brought on by periods of great stress, and the Alexander Technique can be very calming, de-stressing, and centering. It allows you to remain in the moment instead of the brain racing ahead to what's to come or being stuck in the past. So if my mind is busy about the past or the future, it's not paying attention to right now, and so the physical tension, the tightening and shortening in the muscles is going to take over. So the Alexander Technique brings you back into the present moment. You can stop and think about what you're doing, and that's calming the entire neuromuscular system. So performance, improved use of the postural mechanism, walking, sitting, and standing in a more poised and efficient way. Any change in these activities that you learn in an Alexander Technique lesson has to start in the present moment. And we cannot make those changes and improve on what we're doing unless we're aware of what we're doing with ourselves, and we can't become aware of what we're doing with ourselves unless we're in the present moment. So stress is kind of pressure on the musculoskeletal system. Stress is always a response to an outside stimuli. People don't get stressed for no reason. You don't get stressed lying on the beach in Hawaii reading a good book. Stress comes from worry about a particular stimulus. And the muscular system always reacts to what we're thinking about. So any stressful thought or worry, we immediately translate it into muscular tension. So basically everything we think translates into varying degrees of muscular tension. There's nothing wrong with some muscular tension. What you don't want is excessive muscular tension, unnecessary muscular tension. So anyway, from an Alexander perspective, there's a clear link between mental activity and physical response, and this link is transferred by the nervous system. So since Susana has been taking Alexander Technique lessons, her MS has essentially followed a benign course, and her symptoms have not increased in number or in severity. And she says her doctor is largely convinced that the Alexander Technique is mainly responsible for her MS following a benign course.